And hello everyone friends, I'm with you, and today I'm going to show you how to make the very robot that stands even behind. There it stands. There it is. Look, that very robot gas. In short, which walks very fast, is very practical, and is very easy to do in fact. Therefore, we look to the very end. I think that you will definitely build it in your world. But before you start watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, write a comment, and also just be sure to click on the bell so as not to miss new daily videos. But we're getting started. And for it, we will need several pieces of linear chassis, several pieces of secondary linear chassis. We will also need only 3 magmas, 3 fans, 4 consecutive signal transmitters, in general, sequencers, 3 pieces of mechanical rotators, 4 redstone dust particles, only 2 redstone blocks, 5 levers, any 2 buttons, 8 wireless walkie-talkie transmitters, 11 gears, and also super glue, and of course a wrench. We take all this business and proceed to the construction. As you can see, there is absolutely little material, so that's how we have a sample. And in his image and likeness, we are going to build this whole thing now. First you will need to build its legs, and then the control panel itself, so to speak. Here and such auxiliary things are shorter, where we will have buttons for turning this whole mechanism. In short, let's build faster, and to begin with, we put magma with you. In general, let's put magma somewhere here and basically everything. Next, we will need to take the glue, and then take the fan in the case. It will need to be put to us in the following way, so that we have it looking down, so that the shaft is shorter on top, and there is glue between them. Then after it, we put a serial signal transmitter, a serial gear shift in short, which is called. This is how we also paste it. We put it on. Then, we do not forget to power up the fan, so that it works for us. In this way, it is necessarily the redstone block. If you power it with a lever, then we will work incorrectly, because the signal will also go to this sequencer, and on top of the sequencer, we complete this whole thing with a mechanical rotator like this. In general, the mechanical part of the first leg itself is finished, unless we can still put it here somewhere on one side of this sequencer, not on the side of this growth block. Let's say here we are putting here such a wireless transmission of a generic signal. We do it with you at the reception, and also set the cleanliness. Let's say let's take, I don't know, here is such a mechanical rotator. Mechanical rotator purity 1, that's how it will be. Great. Also, do not forget to go into this sequencer. It's 90 degrees here, and also double forward speed. Then if anything, we reverse it, if it suddenly works incorrectly. Now let's take super glue, and also ordinary linear chassis. We put the whole thing here on super glue. By the way, let's rearrange this whole thing as best we can. Here we will break this rotator. Here we will smear everything with glue, otherwise nothing will just work. There is also glue. And finally, we put a mechanical rotator. Now everything will work exactly right. Next here, let's set up 1, 2, 3 like this again. We lower it in order to make it more comfortable, and put the whole thing shorter, diagonally to the center of our entire structure. Let's say let's limit ourselves to this. In fact, the longer the legs are, the faster the whole structure will move further. Therefore, here it is at your discretion. But let's limit ourselves to this again. Here we put 2 blocks again. Now we wrap it up, 1, 2, 3. And here we put blocks like this. Now we do it absolutely symmetrically. That is, look here, we have a square like this, and this square is here. It turns out that you will need to do 1, 2, and 1, 2 more. In short, like this 1, 2, and also 1, 2. Everything's great. Now, we are building up all this business here, and doing essentially exactly the same as there, only in reverse order. Do not forget to miss here. Then we put a mechanical rotator here, that will look up. Here we also miss. So we miss. We put here we have a sequencer should stand. Great. So here it is. We immediately reverse it here, double reverse. And here it remains only to put. This is a fan in the case that looks down like this, and we glue magma to it. Do not forget to glue the whole thing. The only thing that, of course, we do not glue the whole structure to the floor. And we also do not forget to take a wrench and do everything one by one here with the help of control and down, so that nothing superfluous is captured at all, otherwise something may go wrong. And also, of course, do not forget to put here such a redstone block on glue. This is where we put it. And let's say from this side, we take the wireless transmission of the stone signal. And here we put it right on the sequencer. Here we set the purity inverse to that. That is, here if we had this mechanical rotator 1, then we will make a mechanical rotator 2 here. We take it and put it here. We also make an appointment. So basically now it's all a matter of checking whether it works correctly. To do this, we just put a redstone block here, hop and go there with us. Then we put a block here, and it goes there. Just the same. In short, this is what we needed. So everything works correctly. If you have a general trend of movement, but some of the same, as if it is spinning in place. That is, look now, we have done the hop here, We have powered it up, and now we will power it up here. He goes forward, as it were. That is, again, we power it here, it goes forward. If you have some other trend, then you will need to change the whole thing, of course. That is, just change the direction here, and on the quenser, make a reverse, and then everything will be just fine. For the next stage, we will need to make just the same type of control point or something like that. To do this, we are already taking a secondary linear chassis and putting them here not on glue, carefully not on glue, like this circle. So hop hop, great, we connected them, and now here, too. A mechanical rotator will need to be placed not on glue. Here it is, then we take the glue. I do it with glue, and by the way, you can even do it without glue. Well, in short, for clarity, let's make glue. That's how we also put the secondary chassis. And here it will already be necessary to put 4 stone in the corners. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. So, well, now look, we also take glue, we put it right here. 1 lever here, here, and here. And in fact, here we will already be standing and managing the whole thing. And now it remains for us literally, if we want to make sure that nothing rotates. But in principle, we had a static cabin and also moved with this whole thing. We just take these wireless transmitters with you and put them on, look at one here, and let's say the other one is here, so that we have them in contact with this speck of dust, and with this speck of dust that is on the diagonal. Great. One of them we will need to adjust to the purity of the first mechanical rotator, and the other to the purity of the 2 mechanical rotator. Now we're going to check it all out. Here, let's say we do purity 1, and here purity 2. Now let's say we do it in that direction. And look at a stop, 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 stop. A little bit wrong. We had a mistake here. It was necessary to attach a little glue. So, we need to return this case. How would it be done? And now here it was necessary to do the following. I forgot to do it, but don't you forget. We put super glue here, and put only 1 gear here so far. All of this is now also a structure. It will all be captured together, and go on. So now we press forward, and look, we are moving forward with you. That is, in fact, the whole mechanism is ready, but we will also make another improvement with you, namely the rotation of the booth. In principle, this is not very difficult to do, so I advise everyone to do it as well. Let's do it now. To do this, we need the following. First of all, you will need to put gears here. Let's make it happen. So, and we take glue on the gears, we put a gear here, then here, here's a gear. We have everything in the form of glue, in my opinion, smeared. Let's better miss it again, so that we definitely have a grip here at all, and there are no problems. Then here we also do not forget to lubricate the whole thing naturally. Op, op, op. Right here, right here. Now you will need to put sequencers here. So great. Here's sequencer 1, and here's sequencer 1. Look, again here, it will need to be through trial and error. Here, we have an angle of 90, let's say, and here we make an angle of 90 reverse. By the way, you can also make a double speed here, but let's leave the single speed for now. And then, we will need to put the gears here as well. Op. Look carefully, by the way. The gears that we are going to put here will not have to intersect with glue with this construction here. This is very important. Also here, here, op, here are the gears, and finally, here we put the last gear. Great. Then, under this gear, we take a fan in the case and put it here. Also, which looks down, it is attached here with glue, and here we put magma under it. And then, we put the final lever. We are all turning on this case, and now in principle, it will even be possible to check, but we know how we will do it. We will make the main booth right away. Here we will arrange it shorter. To do this, we will need to take a secondary lee on the chassis here as well. In fact, let's increase the hop here, like this, 1, 2 blocks, and put the buttons here. That is, we take glue, a button, 1 button, and 2 buttons. Great. Now here it will be necessary to put the kinship transmitters. 1 and also 2. And we also put transmitters on the sequencer here and here. We'll make an appointment right here on the sequencers. That is, we remove the glue. Great. Right here for an appointment. And here for an appointment. Now you will need to play with cleanliness. Let's say we have cleanliness. I don't know a gear. Here we have gear 1. Here gear 2. So, no, 2. Great. Here we have a gear. Let's say there will be 2, but here, there is a gear 1, and you will also need to play with their directions. If I'm not mistaken, we didn't do or did something, and we did. Everything is fine then. Click on the right shorter no. We look, we move to the right. Great. So we did everything right. If it is incorrect, then just change the frequencies vice versa shorter. And look, now we are spinning with you. We can even now make double the speed. Why not? Everything is spinning great right now, so we can afford it. Everyone is watching now. Hop is spinning, and now let's say we want to move there. We press the lever and look. So, now do not pay attention to the fact that we seem to be going back somewhere, and now we are really moving in that direction. Great. Turn off the lever. Let's say we want to move there, so we click and we are moving there now really. See op. However, it was also possible to turn the booth. We turned around very well, and now we are moving there. Everything, look, we have absolutely everything working now, and I don't even know what else to add. In principle, everything, absolutely the whole mechanism is ready. As you can see, everything works here. Each leg is walking in the right direction. The booth is rotating, and what you can do now is probably just a visual, that is, add a little more mass here. Look, what is important to take into account is that this lower structure should be separate from the upper one, but at the same time, it moves along with it. But you don't glue anything together. That is, if you are going to finish building something here, never glue this structure with this one. Otherwise, as if nothing would work. Also, what else can be improved is to make more, that is, longer legs in height and longer legs in width. Then we will have him walking just as far as possible, as fast as possible, and the speed of movement will be the same. That is, the movement of these pieces here, and the movement will be even higher. In short, you can really improve this whole thing and make some kind of huge robot. Then send the whole thing to me by mail, and I will make another review of a huge robot. Well, there was a potato with you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, put likes, write comments. Also, just be sure to click on the bell so as not to miss new daily videos.